Everybody, it is a lovely, sunny, and freezing cold Wednesday morning, and I'm sitting here waiting for a brain scan. So fingers crossed that it still says none cancer on the brain, which it said a month ago. So actually, it was 2 months ago, 3 months ago. It was a while ago. Anyway, I got chemo brain, so I don't remember. It was a while ago. But as I was sitting here waiting, I thought, you know what? I'm really proud of all of the Resolutionists that are still here in the gym every morning. It's February now, so you made it a month, and hopefully you keep on coming, because that's how you win. But I thought, you know, I don't know if anybody ever tells some of these newcomers to the gym any of the unspoken rules of a gym. And sometimes if they work with a trainer from the gym, oftentimes I don't think the trainers are educating people about what's proper etiquette in the gym. So I thought, you know, I'm just gonna make a little video, share it with your friends that are new to the gym, pass it around. Hopefully it'll help somebody to make better friends in the gym instead of making people not like them, which makes it better. It's always more fun to come to the gym when you're friends with the people that are at the gym with you. I love coming to the gym almost any time of day. I've made friends with all the different groups of people that come at different times of day, and it's a fun place. So anyway, let's get to it. Rule number 1. Let's start in the locker room, because that's always fun. Locker rooms can be busy and they can be slow, but it's Murphy's Law. No matter what you do, you come in from your workout and the locker room will be empty, and 18 guys or 18 people will be in the lockers right on top of the locker you're in. And half the time there's no lock on their locker either, which is frustrating when you're trying to find a place to put your stuff. But so look around. I know we all have our favorite spots. We're creatures of habit, but look around and look to see where there's not, you know, a wall full of padlocks on the lockers. Find a locker a locker that's, you know, 2 or 3 away, because oftentimes there's 200 lockers in the gym room, locker room, and there's only 50 being used. So spread it out a little bit, so when you are getting ready, you're not bumping uglies with your gym mates, because that's kind of weird. Anyway, and then please make sure and put a lock on it. I know it's a locker room, and I trust the gym that I go to, but it's kind of symbolizes, or even if it's not a lock, if you're really that trusting, put something on the outside through the lock hole, a carabiner or whatever. I see people putting lots of stuff on things on the lockers, but put something on it so that when someone else comes into the gym, they're not looking for a locker that they find stuff in. Anyway, let's get to the gym floor now that we're at a locker room, because locker room's gross. On the weight floor, when there are other people lifting around you, whether it's on a machine, or if they're using dumbbells or free weights in a squat cage, on a bench press, whatever it is, try and give the people a little bit of space. It's difficult sometimes as someone's trying to focus on the weight they're moving. Everybody lifts at different paces and at different levels. For some people, maybe a 95-pound bench press is their PR, their personal record. For other people, it might be closer to 400 pounds. So there's a lot of strong individuals out there. So it's hard to really tell, but it's really difficult to stay focused on the work you're doing if someone's coming into your personal space. So try and give people like 4 to 6 feet at minimum. Never come into the machine area. You know, if someone's doing squats or something on the Smith machine or in a squat cage, don't come in front of them to take weights off of their plate when they're working. It's not only frustrating to the person doing the lift that's training, it's also pretty dangerous for the individual who's doing that, because weights could get dropped. It can hurt the person lifting. It could hurt the person who's coming into the space. It's just dangerous and not a good idea. Plus, not a real good way to make friends with the person that's in the cage. So give some people some space. And on that same note, whenever you're approaching a piece of equipment or whatever it is, it's always polite to ask the other people. The gym I work at is fairly crowded, so there's always people around. I always ask the people that are around me that are around the equipment that I want to train on, if anybody's using it. Because even though there's not somebody using it at that second, people do things called supersets and giant sets, and they might be somewhere else in the gym, but they may be coming right back to use that piece of equipment as they're in a different kind of a workout set. So I always ask if there's somebody using the equipment, even if it looks vacant. So, and then you can take that opportunity to introduce yourself to the people as well. Anytime you have an opportunity to introduce yourself, you should. Let them know you're new in the gym, and if you're open or not open to pointers, let them know if they look like they know what they're doing. And obviously take advice given from non-certified trainers with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's bro science, and sometimes it's good. Either way, it's not always the right thing for everybody. So take advice with a grain of salt, but definitely introduce yourself to people. It's good to have, again, make friends. But back to the equipment, never take weight off of a machine that somebody else is sitting at or using, whether they're working in a set or they're resting in between a set. If I'm on the bench press and I have weights on the rack, I may not be using those plates on my current set, but I will most likely need all of the equipment that I have on the bench. I've gathered it before I started my work on that machine, so that I had it all there and don't have to go searching for a 10-pound plate or whatever it is mid set. So if you see someone on a piece of equipment and they have some weight that you would like to use, just ask them nice. Hey, are you going to be using these 10s? Are you going to be using those 5s? Are you going to use those 45s because I'm big? Whatever you need, just be nice. Ask first. It's kind of like kindergarten, golden rule stuff, you know? But it's not very friendly if you just come up and start taking stuff off of a machine that somebody else is working on. So remember that. Lastly, keep things light. I think a big mistake a lot of newcomers to a gym and weightlifting oftentimes take their lifting too heavy, and it detracts from the long-term goal. It detracts from the short-term goal. It makes you more prone to injury, and if you're concerned about other people in the gym watching or mocking because you're not lifting heavy enough, that's never the case. Any true bodybuilder or someone who's I guess an avid fitness person would much rather see someone lifting lightweight with proper form and a proper tempo than throwing around, you know, a 50-pound dumbbell for single arm dumbbell curls when they should probably be using like a 15 or 20. You'll get a lot more props, and you'll see a lot more progress, and you won't get hurt, which is a huge bonus on all three aspects of that. So try not to sound too douchey. Try not to sound too I don't know what the word would be. Douchey works. But if you're new to the gym, these are the rules that I would say basic etiquette in the gym. And if you're introducing yourself to people, you'll make friends, and you'll stay out of trouble, and you'll not get hurt. So win for everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Again, fingers crossed. I hope that my scan goes good here in a few minutes, and we will talk with you later.